Hi, welcome to a special market update. We'll be looking today at the equity and Forex markets and then show you a great resource, very limited supply for those who are new to candles or don't have any of our other resources yet, but I'll detail that a little bit later on. So let's first focus on the equity markets. Now here we're looking at the S&P daily chart. And notice the rising support line. One of the Western indicators I like looking at are Bollinger Bands to tell if the market's overextended, oversold. So I'll just use the standard 20-day, 20-period moving average and two standard deviations above and below the moving average. I don't have the moving average on here, just the top and the bottom end of the Bollinger Band. Anyway, what I want to point out is the market is now at the top end of the Bollinger Band. And although the market's moving higher and mainly higher closes, we are getting near an important resistance area. And first of all, I just want to show you this channel, that line that I just drew in. Notice this rising support line. Now, what you can do sometimes is you take a trend line and you can make a parallel line to it and just throw it to the top end of where the resistance was, and you have a channel, a bull channel made with parallel lines. And what's interesting is notice whenever we got to these areas, so here where we started the top end of the bull channel, we had a bear hottery, here a dark cloud cover, here didn't quite get to there, but also, not only the top near the top end of the channel, but more importantly, because we didn't know there was a channel until at least you connected these 2 points, the market ran into problems at the top end of the Bollinger Band. So we had the bear hottery, the dark cloud cover, a bearish engulfing pattern. Here we had another bearish hottery. This was actually called the hottery cross because this real body is so small. It's like a doji. And by the way, if a lot of these patterns are new to you, I'll tell you how you can find out about them at the end of this video. And we're now at the top end of the Bollinger Band again. So a concern also is notice this resistance zone I just drew in the red dashed line. So I essentially took from the highs over here right around 1415 and the highs over here around 1420. So ignore this area here because I'm just connecting this and then starting the highs over here. But what I wanted to show is within the zone between 1415 and 1420, the market stalled here, 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 and over here. So not only is the market at the top end of the Bollinger Bands, but we're also approaching the major resistance area. So although the longer term trend is certainly up, look at this bull channel. Just wanted to send out this market update because I wanted to give you a heads up that the market is approaching significant resistance. And now keep in mind, although there's also resistance here, right around the 1415, 1420, 1425 area, keep those numbers in mind, 1415 to 1425. I want to go to a long-term chart because we could think on this daily chart, hey, if you break above 1425, it's clean sailing. But I will always look at a longer-term chart to get next resistance or support. So with that in mind, let's look at a monthly chart. So here is that resistance area that I showed you on the daily chart, right around 1415 to 1425. But what I did is, because on a close above 1425, we'll be at a level that we haven't been in since 2008. So I drew a resistance area from this little spike in 2008, and that intersects around 1440. So essentially, between 1415 and 1440 is where I'm looking for really major resistance. On a close above 1440, the challenge is that this is a monthly chart, so we have to wait for monthly close. But even on a daily close, or even better than on a weekly close above 1440, then the next potential major resistance are at the highs made in 2007 with this doji over here, and the highs over here right around 1575. And as far as support is concerned, I'd be looking on any significant corrections for support, just the recent low down here, but I'd be looking for this return to this bottom end of the channel. So no true bearish candlestick signals yet, like we had here with the bear hottery, the bearish engulfing pattern, the dark cloud cover, and so forth. But keep an eye on this level, and if we do get a bearish candlestick signal, I would certainly be defensive. So we just looked at the monthly, let's look at the euro. So in the euro, this is a daily chart. We have a bullish engulfing pattern, and there are some subtle nuances in Forex compared to non-Forex with the engulfing patterns. Anyway, this is a bullish engulfing pattern, the white wrapping around the black. And notice these semicircles here, here, and here. Essentially what we're building is an inverted head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. The Japanese call this an inverted three Buddha pattern, same concept. And when you connect the middle portion, in other words the head, you have a neckline. And the neckline becomes a resistance area. So notice how the market is stalling at that resistance area. So as of now, this inverted head and shoulders has not been confirmed. A lot of traders, we have what I call an if-then scenario. Some traders may be buying, saying, hey, we have an inverted head and shoulders, but it's not a true inverted head and shoulders until the market closes above this neckline. And getting back to that if-then scenario, if the market breaks above this neckline, then it's a confirmed inverted head and shoulders and would be a bullish breakout. But for now, we're looking at this as a resistance area. Now, remember, as time moves forward, this neckline will be higher and higher price levels. So on a close above it, this resistance area, this current resistance area should be support. But for now, the market is still vulnerable. Perhaps for a move down to 121 as a next support area. Here we have another bullish engulfing pattern with the white candle wrapped around a black real body. And you wouldn't do anything on this bullish engulfing pattern, by the way, because by the time you got the signal with this white candle, you're right near a resistance area. So poor risk reward. So it's not only recognizing candlestick signals, but what to do with them. Do you buy, do you sell, do you stand aside? So many traders recognize this is a bullish engulfing pattern and think about buying it, but it's a poor trade because of the risk reward. And that's why we focus on our more detailed education on not only recognizing the candlestick signals, but how to combine them with Western technical indicators, and just as importantly, trade management. What's risk reward, what's price targets, and so forth. And with that in mind, for those who are new to candlesticks and don't have any of our resources yet, I just wanted to make a quick mention that there's a great one-time opportunity to get quickly up to speed on candlesticks. And until this Saturday, August 11th at 9 o'clock, we're doing a video blowout sale. This is a video going over the essentials of candlesticks. And if you want to get more details, and by the way, this is going to expire Saturday, only $39, and a list price is $199. It's going to expire Saturday, as I just mentioned, August 11th at 9, or until we sell out of our copies. And I think we only have one box or less than one box left, so that's why I wanted to throw this onto the end of this market update. And for full details, the syllabus and so forth about this, go to this link here, www.nisonspecial.com, video CD blowout. And if after looking over that link, if you have any questions, or if you want a detailed, a customized educational package that will take you this will take you to the beginning levels of candlesticks, but if you want to get to more advanced levels where we discuss candles and Western indicators like candles and Bollinger Bands and moving averages and trend lines, candles and trend management, contact Paul at candlecharts.com. So thank you so much for joining me, and congratulations on being a family member of the candlecharts.com group.